Hello, everyone. Welcome to chapter 15. In this chapter, we will go over some types of lips that are considered to be pretty difficult to work with. So let's take a look. The first type that you will always run to is matured lips, okay? Matured lips are usually very wrinkly. They have lines on the lips. And when you're working with this type of lips, the first thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to stretch the lips little by little to help pigment entering in between the cracks easier. One thing to be mindful when you're working with this type of lips is that because they have wrinkles and deep lines on the lips, so a lot of time pigments can get stuck in between the lines. So this lip right here doesn't actually look too wrinkly, but I wanted to show you a different type. Let me see. I don't know if you can see my screen, but I want to share with you. Let's find a different image. I hope you can see my screen. Give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Okay, so let's say I have to make this smaller. Okay. Matured lips. Matured, wrinkled lips. Okay. Okay, so uh okay, so let's talk about this one first. Okay. So with this one, you see how it has like the lines in between the lips, like pretty deep lines, because matured lips are usually lacking collagen. So that's why you see like tons of aging on the lips with like the lines and stuff. So these wrinkles right here, the pigment can appear darker. So that's why when you're working with lips that are like super like liney like this, you want to make sure that you stretch little by little, so that way you stretch those cracks, like these lines, out a little bit. Okay. With these type of lips, if the client has budget to, or if they're like expecting a result that looks really pouty and blushy, then I would tell them that we need help with, injection and everything to help smooth out these lines, put some hyaluronic acid underneath, so to give it a little more volume, and then the lip blush would look really beautiful with it if they have the budget too. But if not, then, as you're working with this type, you want to stretch little by little. And also these type of lips, the outer corners don't look as droopy, but let's say this one, right? You see how this one run down more than this side, okay? And this happens a lot in matured lips. So like, see how crooked her natural lips are? And if this client was to come in and expect like an even result, like this one has to look the same as this one, it's impossible, because, and this is something that you have to like observe and like point it out to the client as well if they expect that kind of result, is that because of other factors that are affecting the lips. That's why it has to look different, because of the muscle, right? The muscle of the lips on this side droops more than this side, okay? And then you see how this side has very deep lines that run through the lips versus over here. So maybe pigment over here is gonna look more even than pigments over here due to like the lines that run through the lips. So little things like that you want to mention to your client if they have unrealistic expectations. All right, so let's take a look at another example. I wanted to find another example that I can show you. Okay. Okay, so for example, this one, right? Like this client, you'll come across clients that come in and their lips look more flipped inward, right? Like you can see the lip sort of like just inside. It's not like visible up here how lips should be. And if they get, lip flip like this or filler, basically some type of injections, right? Then the lips will appear more visible. Now, it's a lot easier for you to go in with lip blush and look at this. Look at how zigzaggy the natural lip is after the injection. This is where lip blush come in. We go in, we outline like right here, right? Right here. And boom, she'll have more lips to show, right? And one of the thing, see how this side, it's more droopy than this side, right? So when we actually like outlining the lips, we want to stop a little bit early. Like you don't want to follow the lips all the way to the droopiness over here and then follow the lips all the way to here, then the lips will look uneven, right? So I mean, we try our best to even out the outline as much as possible. So when you see the corners, the outer corners of the lips flip down and have that signs of aging, you don't want to follow that. You want to like stop early, like right here. Okay. So that way the lips look more like it's not keep drooping down. Okay. If you're doing brows, it's pretty much the same concept with the brow tail. You don't want to dip the brow tail lower than the front because on their side profile, it's going to make them look like they have sad eyebrows because everything is pointing down, right? So same thing with lips. You don't want to follow that wrinkle that keeps falling down, but you want to stop a little bit shorter to give off that illusion that everything is more centered, like right here, centered in the face. Okay. All right. So that is with the matured lips. Let's get back to our slides right here. Okay. All right. So the next type is dry lips. Okay. Now, this is a mild case of dry lips. Okay. And with dry lips, oh, I'm sorry. Before we're moving on to dry lips, I also wanted to talk like one more important thing about matured lips. Okay. Mature lips, because it lacks collagen, right? So any of the pigments that you put in tend to stay better, okay? So they don't experience a whole lot of fading, okay? Due to the fact that there isn't collagen, there isn't water underneath the lips for the pigment to disperse. So therefore, where you put the color, it's gonna stay pretty much exactly the same, okay? Kind of like on our skin. Where you put the color, it's just gonna stay there. It doesn't travel or disperse pigment like the lip tissues. Okay, so dry lips. Again, this is a very mild case of dry lips, and because the lips are so dry, it's like dehydrated. And this can happen even in young or middle-aged people. Okay. And because the lips are dry, so sometimes on middle-aged people, you're gonna see they start developing like fine lines on the lips because of that dryness. Same thing with like on our skin, right? Like on our skin, if our skin gets too dry and like the more you age and if you don't keep your skin moisturized, then it's just gonna, develop wrinkles, right? So same things with on the lips. Dryness can cause early wrinkles on the lips as well. But one of the thing is when you work with dry lips, you want to apply Glide as often as you can when you work. And you can also stretch little by little as well. Now, when I say apply glide, meaning glide means these emollients, moisturizing ointment. So I normally use A&D ointment, the little packet that comes in your kit. So I use that to apply on the lips every now and then to help with like dryness, or if I need it more slippery, but you don't want to apply it too much, too often to the point that your needle, because the surface is too slippery, so the needle can't really puncture into the skin, but it's gonna be kind of like slipping. So you don't want to overly use it, but when you're working with dry lips, you want to use a little bit of it. Severe dry lips. So this is also a case of dry lips, but this is very severe. And these type of lips appear to have dry patches of skin on the lips. And again, this happens due to dehydration. So how to work on these type of lips? The client should exfoliate their lips prior to the appointment, like maybe like a day or two before they come into the appointment. Um, but if they don't and they come in and you see, oh my God, they have dry patches, you can like not work on them because they don't follow the pre-op instruction. Or if you do work on them, you can gently exfoliate their lips before you start. You can make like a little paste, like a pot of like little like paste, like brown sugar paste, and then you can use that to gently just like in circular motion, like exfoliate their lips a little bit, and then use paper towel or baby wipes to and use like a little bit of the Glide to help soften these dry patches, okay, and like get it off, okay. Don't worry if you can't get all of it off, okay, um, because they will somewhat come off during the procedure anyways as you're going in with your needles. The whole point is to just help to soften these dry patches before you start. That's probably like the main thing in like you manually exfoliating their lips. And you can also apply Glide often during the procedure as well. But keep in mind that the dry patches, if it's still there, like stubbornly there, then these patches will not take pigment well or at all after they peel off, obviously. So you do want to inform your clients that it can potentially not taking pigment after it's healed, because basically pigment, because these dry patches are so hard, so the needle can't puncture in, and therefore pigment can't like go into the lips, and it's just sitting on the top of these dry patches. And when they fall off in the end of 1 week, obviously the pigment is going to be gone with it. So they would need to come back for touch up. But the good news is, after all these dry, dead skin cells come off, when they come back for their touch up, the lips would take pigment so much better because now we're working with new skin, right? So, but then again, if they tend to have tendencies of developing dry lips, cracked lips, and whatnot, they want to drink a lot of water, like keep themselves hydrated and exfoliate their lips like a day or two before they come into the appointment. They also need to apply Vaseline a lot, as much as they can before coming into the appointment to keep their lips nice and soft, so that way it takes pigment well. So that's about it for some of these difficult lips. Mainly it's just matured lips and dry lips. But it's not the end of the world, right? The most important thing is if you run into these cases, you want to like tell the client, inform the client about like potentially the pigment might not stay very well due to whatever factors that is, and they just need to come back for touch up. Okay.